Today we're going to discuss about the Lac-Operon model, and we have discussed about the gene expression, and it is the continuation. This Lac-Operon model is the continuation of regulation of gene expression in Molecular Genetics Unit 2 Chapter 5. Structure of the operon. So the group of genes do the same function. It is called operon. So each operon is a unit of gene expression and regulation and consists of one or more structural genes and an adjacent operator gene and controls the transcriptional activity of the structural gene. So each operon is a unit. So the operon is a unit which the gene expressed and regulated. So operon is a unit of gene expression and regulation. So simply we say no, Newton, the unit of Newton is the unit, that is the joule is the unit of work, like that. Okay, like that. The operon is the unit of gene expression and regulation. So this operon consists of one or more structural genes and an adjacent operator gene that controls the transcription activity of the structural gene. So this operon has one or more structural genes, okay, structural gene and an adjacent operator gene. So the operon consists of structural genes and operator genes. They control the transcriptional activity of the structural gene. So transcription means the transcription process, they control the activity of the structural genes. So operon is a unit of gene expression and regulation. It has structural genes and operator genes. These two genes control the transcriptional activity of the structural gene. The structural gene codes for proteins, tRNA, rRNA and required by the cell. So the structural gene function, that is, what is the function of structural genes, means it codes the proteins. So it codes for protein, rRNA, tRNA. So protein, rRNA, tRNA. The promoters are the signal sequence in DNA that initiates RNA synthesis. So the promoter is the signal sequence. So they are the promoting. So you use the promotion, a movie promotion, no? So some may come for advertisement to promote their product. So like that, these promoters are present in the transcriptional process also. They give the signals to start the sequence in the transcription. So they are inducing the RNA synthesis. Okay, they are inducing, the promoters induces the RNA to synthesize RNA. RNA polymerase binds to the promoter prior to the initiation of transcription. So that is, this RNA polymerase is an enzyme. This joins with the promoter before the initiation process. So before the initiation process, the RNA polymerase joins with the promoter. The operators are present between the promoters and the structural genes. The repressor protein binds to the operator region of the operon. So the operator region, where it is present? It is present in between the promoter and the structural gene. And the repressor protein binds to the operator region of the operon. So the structure of the Lac-Operon. So okay, the structure of the operon, first you must to be clear with the structure. So in the structure means operon is the unit of gene expression and regulation. It consists of structural gene and operator gene, and its function is control the transcriptional activity of the structural gene. So the structural gene codes for proteins, rRNA, tRNA of the cell where it is required, where the protein synthesis is going to be start. Okay. and the promoters, they give signal to synthesize RNA. Before the initiation process, the RNA polymerase binds with the promoter. So the operator, where it is present, the operator, it is present in between the promoter and the structural gene. That only it can able to operate these promoter and the structural gene coincidentally. And the repressor protein binds with the operator region of the operon. So the repressor protein joins with the operator. Think in mind. So the operator is present between the promoter and the structural gene, and the repressor protein binds with the operator, that is binds with the operator region. So the repressor protein joins with the operon in the operator region. Now the lac operon, lactose. The metabolism of lactose in E. coli requires 3 enzymes. So the lactose metabolism in E. coli, it requires 3 enzymes: permeases, beta galactosidase, which can be written as beta gal, trans-acetylase enzyme. These are the 3 enzymes required for lactose metabolism in E. coli. The permease, the function of permease is entry of lactose into the cell. So what is the function of permease means? It allows the lactose into the cell. Beta galactidase, what the function of beta galactidase means? Hydrolyzes the lactose into glucose and galactose. It breaks the lactose into glucose and galactose. And trans-acetylase, it transfers the acetyl group from acetyl-CoA to beta-galactosidase. So, how many enzymes are involved in lactose metabolism? 3 enzymes: permease, beta-galactosidase and trans-acetylase. So, the permease means allowing, giving permission. Okay, it allows the lactose into the cell. That what was done by permease. And beta galactidase is breaks the lactose into glucose and galactose. Okay. And trans-acetylase, this function of trans-acetylase is transfer the acetyl group from acetyl-CoA to beta-galactosidase. Remember these 3 functions. That is, permeases act, that is allows the lactose to enter into the cell. Beta-galactosidase breaks the lactose into glucose and galactose. Trans-acetylase transfer the acetyl group from acetyl-CoA to beta-galactosidase. The lac operon consists of, so the lac operon consists of one regulator gene, promoter site, operator site. So in a lac operon, it consists of one regulator gene I. That I gene refers to inhibitor. Promoter site P and operator site O. And it has 3 structural genes: LAC-Z, LAC-Y and LAC-A. These are the 3 structural genes, and these 3 gene codes for LAC-Z codes for beta-galactosidase enzyme, LAC-Y codes for permease enzyme, LAC-A codes for trans-acetylase enzyme. So the lac operon contains one regulatory gene, that is I gene is an inhibitor gene, refers to inhibitor. Promoter gene P site, that promoter site is P site and operator site is O. So remember I, P and O. So I is the regulator gene or inhibitor gene. P is the promoter site and O is the operator site. And you have 3 structural genes: LAC-Z, LAC-Y, LAC-A. These three genes code for LAGZ code for beta galactosidase, LAC-Y for permease, LAC-A for trans-acetylase. Jacob and Monod proposed the classical model of lac-operon, the gene expression and regulation in E. coli. So this model is for gene expression and regulation in E. coli. In lac-operon, a polycistronic structural gene is regulated by a common promoter and regulatory gene. Polycistronic, as we have studied the transcriptional process, the prokaryotes are polycistronic. We have studied in the transcriptional in prokaryotes. Okay, if you have doubts, watch that video. So I had given the explanation in that video. So in lac-operon, a polycistronic structural gene is regulated by a common promoter and a regulatory gene. So polycistronic means many. Monocistronic means only one is involved. Okay. Polycistronic means many ribosomes, that is, they are polysomes are involved in this, but they are controlled by a common promoter and an regulatory gene. When the cell is using its normal energy source as glucose, so the cell is using the normal sources glucose. The glucose gives energy. Normally we all know the glucose gives energy. If you are tired, you will take a glucose as a drink. Okay, so like that, the cell is also normally taking the energy source from the glucose. The I gene transcribes a repressor mRNA, and after its translation, a repressor protein is produced. So the I gene transcribes the repressor. So the I gene is changed to repressor mRNA, and after the translation, the repressor protein is produced. So that is, normally it took glucose as energy. During this, the I gene is changed to repressor gene during transcription, and after translation is over, the repressor protein is produced. It binds to the operator region of operon and prevents translation. As a result, beta galactosidase is not produced. So the repressor gene, as we seen before the lactose, that is structure, that is the repressor protein will bind with the operator, which is present in between the promoter and the structural gene. So when the repressor protein is formed, it joins with the operator region. And what happens? The translation doesn't take place. If the translation doesn't take place, beta galactosidase is not produced. In the absence of preferred carbon source, such as glucose, if lactose is available as an energy source for bacteria, then the lactose enter the cell as a result of permease enzyme. So in such case, that is, in some of the anaerobic bacteria, there is no glucose, is not available there. So during that time, lactose is acting as an energy source. So for lactose has to enter into the cell with the help of enzyme permease. So the first point we see, the permease allows lactose into the cell. That point only here they had said. Lactose act as an inducer and interact with the repressor to inactivate it. Why to inactivate the repressor? Because if the repressor joins with the operator, the translation process doesn't take place. But we need the translation process to take place. For that, the lactose induces. Induces means induces and interactor. That is, it induced and interact with the repressor to inactivate the repressor molecule, not to join with the operator. This allows RNA polymerase to bind to the promoter site and transcribe the operon to produce LAC mRNA, which enables the formation of all the required enzymes needed for lactose metabolism. So because of inactivation of repressor protein, the RNA polymerase joins with promoter site and transcribe the operon to produce LAC mRNA. That is, LAC mRNA is produced, and for this some of the enzymes are required to complete this lactose metabolism. That enzymes are enabled, that enzymes are functioning to complete the lactase metabolism. This regulation of LAC operon by the repressor is an example of negative control of transcription initiation. So it is a negative control of transcription initiation. If the repressor binds with the operator, the translation that is the beta galactosidase won't form. If the lactose induced and interacts with the repressor, the transcription process, that is the transcription process, have a negative control. That is, the initiation has a negative control by the some of the enzymes for RNA, that is lactose metabolism. So the LAC operon is also under the control of positive regulation as well. So the LAC operon model is used for, the LAC operon is used for positive and negative. So two ways of transcription initiation of positive and negative control was there in LAC operon. So this is the picture of LAC operon. You will get an idea while seeing it what I have teach you. So the RNA polymerase unable to bind to the promoter. You can see the RNA. This is the polymerase enzyme. Remember it, you have studied in the translation process also, you have seen this structure. This is the RNA polymerase. It cannot able to bind, okay, bind with the operator, that is fine, and P is the promoter, O is the operator, and Z, Y and A. What are these? So these are the enzymes LAC Y, LAC A, LAC Z. So these are the enzymes involved in this LAC operon, and now the repressor binds to the operator region O and prevents the RNA polymerase from transcribing the operon. So this is the repressor. As we had said, that repressor will bind with the operator region. So this is the structural region, structural genes, and this is the promoter, and the operator is present in between the structural and the promoter region. So now the RNA won't bind because it was RNA polymerase won't binds with it, and you can see a repressor mRNA here. The repressor mRNA, that is mRNA, this repressor will join, that is this in a repressor mRNA, the repressor comes from the mRNA, that is it's segregated, it's separated, and this repressor molecule will joins with the operator gene, okay, operator gene. This condition was that is taking place in the absence of inducer. So there is no inducer, and you can see the repressor binds to the operator region and prevents the RNA polymerase from transcribing the operon. So the RNA polymerase may not able to join, and it is transcribing, and no transcribing in the operon also takes place. So the next one, the transcription process. So in the transcription process, the presence of inducer is here. Transcription process, the presence of inducer, this is the presence of inducer, that is in transcription you can see the presence of inducer, and the same way promoter, operator and the enzymes, and you can see the lac mRNA here, the lac mRNA, and this side you can see the repressor molecule 2, and here the RNA polymerase, that is in the first step the RNA polymerase is not joined. Okay, so here it is just standing, here it is not joined, but here it is joined. So here it is joined with the promoter. Okay, promoter, and now the repressor molecule, in the repressor mRNA, this repressor is acting as an inducer, that is the mRNA, and the inducer was joined here, and now it becomes inactive. For what reason it becomes inactive? Because it doesn't involve in that, the beta galactosidase won't form if it is active means. So for that is inactive. For that reason it forms beta galactosidase, so it is inactive. And you can see the in this, like that is now it what is acting as an thing, that is what's that, beta galactosidase and lactose metabolism is. So the Y, the permease, allows the lactose to enter into cell and it functions as, so enters into the cell. And here trans-acetylase, so what are the functions? So permease allows to lactose to enter into the cell, and galactase, the lactose, the entire galactase is converted into glucose and galactose. And trans-acetylase, what it is doing, acetyl A, that is acetyl A to beta galactosidase. So this was taken place in the transcription and translation process, and this is the model. So the only thing you have to think about, if they ask for the structure, you have to think about the structural gene, promoter, operator, and the structural enzymes like Z, that is the codes LAC, Z, Y and A. And you have to think about the RNA polymerase binding with the that is binding with the here it is no binding, and the second stage it is binding with the promoter side. The first stage, the operator side, the repressor is binding. In the second stage, the promoter was binded, and the synthesis, that is here it is glucose, there is no inducer in the first stage, and in the second stage you have the inducer. Hope you understand the topic. If you have any doubts, post your doubts in the comment box. Give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel.